New Mexico is a land of extremes. Most people associate New Mexico with deserts, and we have plenty of those, with our maximum temperature of 122 being recorded in the Chihuahuan Desert near Carlsbad in 1994. But New Mexico can also get very cold, with a record temperature of -50 near Gavilan, New Mexico. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to stay warm on your cold weather outings. So staying warm in the winter is all about controlling moisture. So the obvious thing might be when you go out, you're gonna throw on a whole bunch of clothes. But that's not really what you wanna do. You wanna dress in layers, yes, but you wanna have specific layers and be using those layers to actually manage moisture, both from the outside and the inside. Let me show you what I mean. So your first layer should be a thin layer like this. That's either synthetic or merino wool, but not cotton. Cotton's gonna hold on to moisture, and what you're trying to do is get rid of moisture. What this layer does is wick moisture from your skin. Your second layer is gonna be some sort of fleece, a lightweight, sort of mid layer, all right? And then a final layer is going to be something that's going to keep you dry and block the wind, okay? And that's breathable, so Gore-Tex would be best. But what you were doing is you're trying to let moisture out and trying to keep moisture from coming in. It's also pretty important for when you stop for at like lunch or something like that. You want a nice warm layer that you can throw on. You also want to keep your head warm, but not too warm. I like to wear, even though I look ridiculous, I like to wear like a buff or something, but any kind of knit hat or something is going to keep you warm. And the same sort of layering goes for gloves too. I have an inner glove, and then I have these outer shell gloves that are going to keep my hands more dry. Also, mittens are going to be way warmer than gloves, because they keep the heat of all your fingers together. So it's all about moisture. Manage the moisture. There have been tons of squirrel tracks out here. What's cool about this one is this set of tracks goes right up and then disappears up a tree. That's a good indicator that it's a squirrel. Sunglasses are another very important piece of your winter kit, and you think, wow, that's usually a summer thing, but snow blindness is a very real thing, especially in a sunny place like New Mexico. Snow blindness is basically like a sunburn to your eyes, and is extremely painful and something you want to avoid. So wear sunglasses. Here's a kind of weird tip for staying warm in the winter. Hang your pack on a tree. Don't lay it in the snow. Your pack gets covered in snow, you put it on your back, snow melts, and you got a cold back. Another pretty cool part about winter hiking, and what makes it so worth it, is little stories like this. Here's a set of tracks that go right under this fir tree. And these fir trees, they create a pocket where there's less snow, capture a little warmth, so it makes it a nice place to stay for the night. Another important piece of gear is a sit pad. Keep your butt dry. Unless you are some sort of psychopath that likes a cold butt, bring a sit pad. This hillside is still showing evidence of the Los Conchas fire, which burned here in 2011, and it's still recovering. One of the trickier things to keep warm is probably your feet. One thing you could do is keep going, but that's not really possible. So what I do is wear waterproof shoes. I wear a pair of liner socks, which once again are going to keep the moisture away from my feet as much as possible. Wear gaiters to keep the snow out of my feet. But probably most importantly, I bring extra socks. When my feet get cold, I put on a new pair of socks. Hang the old ones on my pack, let them dry, and keep switching them out every once in a while. That's what keeps my tootsies warm. These are Coyote Tracks. One of the cool things about hiking in the snow is you can see tons of tracks. Food and hydration are going to be two really important components to keeping you warm in the wintertime. You want to stay hydrated to keep your blood flowing good, and of course food is going to give you energy, especially foods high in fats. So we have a cold weather MRE. I have a lot of experience with the regular MREs, but never with a cold weather one. Let's see what's up with this. You're supposed to be able to peel these apart, but the Swiss make an excellent opener right there. So let's see what we got. We have our accessory packet, some grape beverage powder, some plain salted toasted corn kernels, some smoked almonds, vanilla pound cake, spoon, and the beef stew. Freeze-dried beef stew. Add 16 ounces of hot water. All right. You guys want the good news or the bad news? I thought this would obviously come with a heater like most of them do, and I did not bring away to heat any water. That would be what you call a fail. Man, nothing says hearty lunch like plain salted corn kernels. There's a lesson here though. I was unprepared. I could build a fire. I have water, plenty of snow obviously, but the container that I have today is insulated. So I couldn't really boil water in that. There are ways that I could create a container or something, but just a lack of preparation. And those are the things that can be very dangerous in a cold weather environment. Now, luckily, I'm not super cold. I have no real problems. I mean, I could eat that meal cold, but that would be just gross. But just goes to show you that you have to be prepared and think things through. And to be honest with you today, I didn't. And as a result, my lunch is pound cake and plain salted corn.